Okay. Just to clarify, this is my first time to conduct a training meeting by using Zoom. So inshallah, we will help each other for that. Today we will talk about SPSS and how we can use it in statistical data. Just let me arrange everything in my screen because it seems that I am really I'm familiar more with the Teams, not Zoom. So let's start. Hi, how many participants we have in this meeting?
Right now we have 25 participants.
25 participants, okay.
Yeah.
Just to clarify first, I will use version 21 of SPSS. Any feature that you might have in your computer and you didn't see it, this is because of the version. But most of the feature that in later features that they are available also in version 21. Just I am hearing a sound like 10, something like that, Haira. What is the reason for that?
Wait, I will check if someone has, I need to unmute them.
And let me stop video so I can drink my herbal tea during the meeting without seeing me. Now I will start with the session.
Yes, sure, you can start.
Okay.
Everyone is unmuted, so I think you can start now. Yes.
Do you see the SPSS that I'm sharing?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. So when you start SPSS, you will find the following screen. Let's have agreement from the first place. I'll try to explain a little bit slowly so you can implement directly. In any case that you feel that I am fast, please write in the comment for Haira. She will alert me that I am a little bit fast. Okay. So when we open the SPSS screen, we will notice that it is, as you see, composed from two main windows, data view or two main views, data view and variable view. In the data view, we usually have our main data. In the variable view, the data will be about the data, or we can call it a code book, or we can call it, or we can say it is a metadata. It is information about our data. So the first step, I think a lot about how I can conduct this meeting within 2 hours, how I can cover many important topics. So I returned back to my experience with many of students who come and ask me about SPSS. They usually have a survey, or I have a Stibana or a survey. For that survey, we have two scenarios. Either they have it as an Excel, so the data is imported. Maybe they are using SurveyMonkey, or even they feel it is easier to insert the data in Excel, or they will insert the data directly to the SPSS. So we will go through both scenario. The first scenario, it is if I have a data as an Excel. So I'll go to File and Open. I'll go to Data. Here, I'm not seeing any Excel, but I'll go to my desktop. I have arranged and we need here, if we will go to Open, to choose Excel. Okay. So if I have Excel data, I need to choose it like this. Here, can I share files with the students?
Yes, you can share. Go ahead.
then I'll try to share this file with the students so they can, with the trainees, so they can benefit from it. Okay. I mean that I will share it through chat, right? I can upload it for them and they can use it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll complete the step. Here I will press OK. Then, okay. I didn't close the window. Why it is closed? Let me return back. From where I can share the window? I can share the file from here, from
From
file. Yeah, I found it. From my computer, desktop, Spss, survey result. Please, if you receive the file, please download it. Okay. I'll share again my SPSS again. And I'll repeat the steps for taking data, but I don't know. I'm really facing a problem here. Your screen is sharing, but I am seeing a black screen. Sorry, Hyra, for that, but really I'm not familiar with Zoom. Okay. Did anybody see my? Are you seeing my screen? Okay.
Just to tell the student that we already shared the link of free SPSS. So I will also share again in the chat so that you can download and also just follow up with the sharing. Okay.
Hyra, can you make sure that they also receive my my file?
Yes, your file is there in the chat, so they can download. Even I already downloaded.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so as I say, we will now, at any time you notice that I'm not sharing my document, my Windows, tell me. Now, as we said previously, we will share, we will take it from that, we will go to File, Data, we will choose Excel, and we will open from where it is. Okay. See, in some new versions, you will have more options, but the most important thing is to have read variables names from the first row of data. This, of course, if you prepare your Excel sheet to have the
Excuse
variable
me,
name.
please. Excuse me, we cannot see your screen.
Okay, 1 minute. Maybe it is not. Let me. Okay, I'll make sure that it is there. Cancel. What is happening here? Okay, share screen. Why it is not happening? Okay, now what about now? What about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we can see.
Oh, I switch now to Excel. Okay. In this Excel sheet, the first row of data is about the variable names, as you notice. So this Excel is prepared to have the variables at that first row. So I can easily import it in SPSS as the following. Okay, now I am in SPSS. I'll go to File, Open, Data, and I'll choose, as I say, Excel. This if I am importing my data from Excel. I'll choose read variable's name from the first row of data, and I'll choose OK. Okay, it seems that every time I'm importing data, it will close, so I'll try to share it again. Okay. Now I am in the data view. In the data view, you'll notice that the first row of Excel come above, as we see, profession, K1, K2, K3, and the follow. What about the variable view? In the variable view also, the data were imported as the following. The name of the variable, the type of it, the SPSS detect the type. So if it is a string, it will be string. If it is a numeric number, it will be number. And here, according to SPSS, all measures are nominal, but of course now I'll put just proficient to be nominal, and the rest of the data here will be ordinal because they are Likert scale, ordinal, ordinal, so ordinal. I can copy and paste. Copy and paste. To be ordinal, just to make it easier for myself. Okay. Now we receive the data. As you see, it is easy for us to add a label. If any label you want to describe your data, for example, this is the profession of the participants. Why label is important? Because the data can be used after that. You will understand what do you mean by the names here. And if you want to, maybe when we copy from the survey now, when we prepare our data by survey, it will be also more, you will understand it better. One of the most important things here, for example, it is the value. For example, in Likert, we have 1 mostly equal, strongly disagree. So I need to add it. 2, strongly agree. 3, strong, sorry, 2 disagree. Add 3 is like neutral, we can add it. 4 agree, and 5 strongly agree. Now I have, like, for every value, I have what it means. For example, let us go to data view and see how it will be. In data view, you notice this, the 1, 2. If we press on it, we will see this. For example, for knowledge 1, everything is agree, strongly agree, disagree. It will be clear here. So we will do the same step for the rest. And not to repeat the step, I will copy and paste. You can copy and paste by using copy and paste, Control C and copy and paste. Also, you can use Control C and Control V. Okay. Also, I can move between 2 views by using Control key, as you see, Control key, to make it easier for myself. If you are from people who like to use keyboard shortcuts. Okay. So now, if I'll do it like that. See, the data will be will look in more familiar way, like strongly agree, agree. If I want it in number, I will just only press here to see it as a number. This is when we are importing data from Excel. What about if we have a survey and we want to enter data directly to SPSS? How I can arrange my data? Let us choose file, new, data. Okay, I'll go to variable view. And now I will show you one example of surveys, and we will try to copy use the survey to create our data in SPSS. Just waiting for Word to open. Okay. Are you seeing the survey in Word now?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Okay. Okay. So this survey was used in my dissertation. I'll use it as an example of how we can create our data from the survey that we have, not from an Excel sheet, for example. So here we have the demographic information. For example, I'll choose one example, relation with the school. Let's see what will happen if I copy it and paste it here. Maybe I can share the screen so I can switch between windows easier. If it is working, if Zoom working like Team, I think if I have something called, yeah, there is a screen. So here, just tell me if I am, when I am switching from two files, if my all windows are appearing, okay? So I am now in SPSS. I'll close the first data set. Okay. Okay. No. No. Returning back, let me open the new SPSS. Well, it is easier to explain something like that in, I don't know, directly. So here we will go to data view. I am now showing my SPSS. I will go to variable view. I'll try to paste the name directly. See what happened here? Variable name contains an illegal character. We cannot have a space between in the name. So we need to have it, and also we cannot have it narrow. So we cannot have, no, we cannot have space. It can be narrow. Relation with schools. I will choose to have like this. Relation with school. Okay, it comes, right? Gender can be copied directly because it's one word. Okay. Let's prepare the first one. Relation with the school. The type is numeric. How I will use the numeric. Here also I will take it exactly because as I say in label I can write whatever I want, so it will be there. For width is it determine how many characters in the cell. For decimals, if it is number, how many decimals. Here it will be without decimals. And in values, here I will use the following variables: principal, vice principal, teacher, social worker, administrator, parent, member of the society. For example, we will say that principal will be 1, vice principal 2, teacher 3, social worker or psychologist 4, administrator assistant 5, and parent 6, here 7. 9, 1, principal, 2 by 6, principal, 3, teacher, social worker, 3, teacher, 4, social worker, 5, admin stuff, 6, parent, 7, member of. So here I arranged, it will be nominal, no ordinal at it, it is only nominal, just to clarify what is the relation with the school. Gender is easier and very common variable. It will be 1 male, 2 female. Also, it will be nominal. Let's take another type of data here. For example, if I have other in any survey, in educational level, how I can use it? Let's add it to the first one, so we will not waste time on it. I will add here also. Here we have 7. I will add 8. Other. Okay. But here, for other, I will insert a variable. As you notice, I choose the row and I insert, right-click, insert a variable. So I will have another variable above, other. Usually here, sorry, others. Usually, why? Okay. Okay. Here will be string, because usually it will not, I don't know what other will be. So it will be string. Okay. and of course nominal. For string, to be sure that whatever will be written, there is an enough width and also for it. For string, I need to have here to specify how many character here. For example, let us say 40 character, okay? And here it will come exactly the same, okay? Other options. Okay, no value. Let us go to another type of questions. Here we have the Likert scale question. For example, in this survey, they are all at the same scale. And at this one, let us say we will call it item 1, item 1, and this what is item 1. Okay. For item 1, for future, to remember what does item 1 mean, I will copy the statements here and I put it here, for example, in the label. So in future it will be easy for me to understand what is it. See, I can use it like this. For every item, I will repeat these steps. Of course, it is here, it is Likert, so it will be ordinal. As we see from the survey here, almost never, occasionally, frequently, almost always, the scale is from 1 to 4. The statement, the responses will be from 1 to 4. So I will do it the same. 1. I can do it like this.
Excuse me, I think Ali has a question. Ali, could you please unmute your mic and speak it up?
Do you know?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. I don't know what do participants prefer usually. I'll try to. Yeah, please, Ali, ask.
Serene, thank you so much for the workshop. It's regarding the one point that you are explaining right now. That's why I thought it would be a good idea to point it out. It's regarding the other variable that you have added. Shouldn't it be like one of the values of the education level and not a whole new variable? Do you
Yeah,
understand?
I add other here. I add it here
Yes.
at 8, but to give myself a place at the same. If I want to add it, sometimes we do not. If I want what, I'll give them the chance to add it here 8 as other, and to write what other is in another
Oh, I
variable.
see. I see.
Yeah, sorry if I say if I am very fast, just tell me. I'm trying my best. This is my first time to conduct this session
No,
like
it's fine. It's fine.
online. So if yeah, okay. Thank you for asking that question to clarify. Yeah, we need to have it there because if we have any kind of analysis, we need to have it at the same place with the variable. But for more clarification, what other is, I add a string here to because usually people will enter like text data or something. I will give myself a chance to have it at the same place, not to have it distributed in something in paper and something in the file. That's it. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Did that
Understood.
answer your question, Ali?
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I wanted to say that I will ask you to ask me at after each time, but it seems more human. I There will be more interaction if there is a question during my explanation because I feel that I'm explaining for myself. Sorry. So if you have any question, do not hesitate. Raise your hand here. I will tell me, and it will be more. There will be more interaction. Okay. We were talking here about I can copy and paste. I can also write free, for example. If frequently here frequently. For the scale, it is up to you. According to your survey or according to whatever you are conducting. And finally, almost always it will be 4. Some people, I will not explain statistic, but it depends also about what does the numbers mean for you? Some statisticians say that when the scale is longer is better. Some other people, especially in education, they always say, okay, what is the difference between 10 for almost always, or strongly agree, and 9 and 7. It depends about the nature of the research that you are conducting. So here the scale was from 1 to 4, as you notice. For any scale, for any item 2, 3, 4, you can just now, if they are the same scale, you can Control C, Control V, and you will have it directly. So without, for example, I will not repeat this for the whole 27 statement that I have it here. Okay. Let's go to another type of a question. For example, if I have choose among 3 or 4 statements, it will be the same. For example, if I take one, there is a stop share. No, it's okay. If I want people to take an answer from this, and they are 12, I'll give each of them like a number. If for example, if I am going to ask people to check 3, I'll put option 1, option 2, option 3, and for each of them, when I will enter, because I will label them this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, do people see my cursor? Yeah, right? Now,
Yes, yes, we can
yes.
see.
7, 8, 9. So for every one of these, I can give a number, and of course, the number will mean something. When I am entering the data. So let's see the statement that are for activities, and we will give an example that I want people to choose it. Choose 3. To choose 3. Let me say that here. Options. I call it options. What I am sharing with you now is kind of experiences for using, sorry, hello, good afternoon, sorry. Sorry dear, I have a workshop now. I cannot respond for you. Yeah, Kira, sorry, I thought that this is you calling me to tell me something. Sorry. Now I am muted. Here, let me share with you this. For example, if for this statement, the current situation, I call it current situation 1, current CU1, situation 1, for example, and I'll paste the description for it. I can choose CU2 and CUS2, CUS3. Okay, CUS3. Of course, if I have only one option, it will be easier. I will choose the one options, and the option will be added here, the same as I add this previously. Okay. Okay, this is done. For if it is one option, it will be like that. Here we have, we can choose one option. Of course, for this kind of data, you can enter it by using NVivo, which will be another, the open data, which will be another, inshallah, we discuss it in NVivo, qualitative analysis. Also, you can, for the ease of use and to have the all data at the same place, you can also add them in SPSS as a string, but you need to have like a larger string. Let us say you want to have like 200, 300, according to what is the maximum text you received in the Excel sheet, in the survey you expect to have. So here I try to share with you some examples of different type of data that we can have it in a survey and arrange a survey using these data. Yeah. Let's go back to SPSS and be more familiar with it as a program. I'll open array data. Okay, we talk about importing data. What about the data that is already there? I already have my data in SPSS. It will be easy. Open data. I'll choose my data from here, from SPSS. So let's choose, for example, hotel evaluation. Yeah, this the hotel evaluation and many examples are available in SPSS. Let me show you from where you can get many examples that SPSS provided. If you will go to your C, let us go to C, to this computer, let us say, where is C? SPC. Okay, I'm going to go here. Let's go to C. We will go to program files. For me, it is x86. I don't know about the version that you have it. It is a program file. You need to have IBM, okay, C, program file, IBM, SPSS, statistics, 21, and here you have samples, English, and you will have the file hotel evaluation, for example. Or any other file. Let's choose any other file. Okay. Okay, now we are seeing this file, and we are the data view here, the variable view is here. We have store ID, health store food, size of store. There are a lot of information about stores here, and the value is here. You can see different type of value. Small, medium, large examples, other examples of what you can arrange in that. Let's go here to data. In a data view, we have file. It is about opening, closing, saving, all of this stuff. Okay. In edit, we can make copy, paste, and there are also a clear. For example, if I want to clear data, I'll just click it and clear it, will be cleared. Okay, okay, I clear one. I clear one of the data. If I want to return it back, I will Control Z or undo. Also notice if there is no any modification in SPSS, this the save icon will not be active. It is I need to have a modification like delete. Also, I can delete. So I can have using save data. We can insert variables, we can insert cases. Of course, you know that in any row, in a row, we are talking about cases. In column, we are talking about variables. So if I want to also insert variables, I need to put the cursor here, for example, so I can insert variables by using edit here, or even I right click and insert the variables. Okay, and here I can insert cases by using edit, insert cases, or also I can right click and insert whatever cases I need. Also, we can go to find and replace if you want to find something. Let us say I want to find 22, all 22, and I want to replace it by another things like, let us say 22, I want to replace it by 66, and I can go and replace anything anywhere. Okay, if you notice that. And or I can replace all 22 variables by using this. Okay, let us not, if I want to redo whatever I want, it can be like this. Whatever I have done here about one of the important things that we can use is go to case. Sometimes if you have a big data and you want to go to, if you have like thousands of data or hundreds of data and you want to go to case number 50, for example, and you can go directly. It will make it easier for you. Now with the 50, as you notice, coming above. If I want to go to exact variables, I will choose and I'll find whatever. For example, I want to, if I have many variables and I want to go to size, I will go directly to size. So it will be like that. This is to facilitate moving through variables. Okay, let's go faster. For data, view here. We are done view. It's about views and these things. Yeah, here there is a customized variable view. It cannot be except for here. In the variable view, you have this view. In a customer variable view, here it is about how we see name, type, width. If I want to make it above or below, how I can arrange it. This is depend on me. Depend about your preferences. Okay. One of the most important variables that I want to share with you, and this is will be with this. Let us go again to the another very important the survey that we will use it inshallah in the rest of the program today. I will use with you Untitled Spss data. Now I will share it by Zoom, and I want you all to use it. Where is the Zoom? Why it is not coming in? Yeah.
Yes, Rakiba, you can ask question.
Yeah, ask a question until I find the file.
Okay, thank you
I
very
want to
much.
share the file.
My
Okay.
question is about entering data that has multiple, like the one you showed. If you
Yeah.
have a survey, the respondent can tick multiple options on that
Yeah.
applies.
You.
I know in Excel, we can make a column that will accept all the responses. But here we have to make a separate variable for each response, or how?
Yeah. In Excel, you will you have like scroll and you choose among responses, right? Or what do you mean? Because I
Like
didn't get
in
your question.
Excel,
Yeah.
you can, like a question having multiple answers, choose one, two,
Yeah.
three. So in Excel, you can make that a provision. One column, you can choose all the three, and the other responder might have one or two, like that in Excel is possible. But
Yes, and
here
this
we
is
cannot
yeah.
make that a provision. It has to be separate variable.
I know. Let me show you what. Let me show you this in Excel to be sure about what you are talking about. I will open the Excel. I'll open new. You see my right? I will close this chat. You mean here? I can have like. Let me
Yes.
see options.
Yeah.
Options. I will have another one. I'll call it data. For example, data. I'll say that if I have to choose A or B, for example, all the choices, I will put all the choices here, right? A, B. Let me show you if I
Yes.
am understanding what you are saying, so we'll be at the same page. C, D. Okay. And let me see that they use let me see every case here for this options. Okay, I make it like that. I make data validation, and data validation, any value list, and let's choose from the data, and I'll choose here ABC
Mhm.
and disclose. Okay, here,
Yeah.
if I have like cases, let us say case,
Mhm.
the first respondent, for example, will choose the first respondent P1, he will choose from here B, P2 will choose D. Is that what you mean?
Okay.
This is what you
Okay.
mean?
Like yeah. In addition to this, for example, the first respondent can choose A and B, and you can select both the A and the B in the same option column.
Where how I can do that? I
Here
didn't
in
know that.
Excel is possible. In Excel, I know is possible. So my question is in SPSS,
Yeah, it
you
will be
have to make
options. It will be
different.
like that, option 2. No, I don't know if it is in, really, I don't know the answer of that question.
Yeah, in Excel, I know is possible.
Yani,
In Excel is possible, I know.
even when you export data from SurveyMonkey and it is exported to Excel, what SurveyMonkey do is having the all options chosen and put them in different column like that. I can share with you one exported data from SurveyMonkey. Let me wait a minute. Let me try to share it. Maybe from my survey, but I'm afraid that time is running and I want to cover many things. So
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just want to know if we can make it in one column in the SPSS,
Wallahi,
or
I
it
cannot
has
say
to be
you can make
different
it or you
variables.
cannot make it, but from experience, I have never really do it previously. So what I wanted to now from all
Okay.
participants, I want you to open the Untitled file. Oh my God, yes. Not this one, not Untitled one, no. I want to open another file, open data, and let us go to desktop and SPSS pen, Untitled 2. People, did I send Untitled 2 or Untitled 1? Hira, did I send Untitled 2 or Untitled 1? Why this continue coming? Okay, chat, here, chat. Yeah, Untitled 2. I want all of you to open Untitled 2 here in data variables where we reach, yeah, here. We were talking about what topic? Yeah. Now I exported data. Now we will go to, now we need to know do we have our data, is it correct or not correct? Now we exported, we have the data, imported the data. So if we arrange our data in variable view in a good way, so everything, every values have it is meaning, any unfamiliar variable will look here very clearly. Let me show you an example. For example, sometimes while we are entering data, we have like doing like 3, 3. It happens like that, right? And with our here 5, 5. Or here we have it like, because of we are entering data in a very fast way and we are, sometimes click, have double click and all of this stuff. So it happens that we enter incorrect data. So if we are going to use this one, we will discover directly any unrequired data will be clear. It will not have a value as we arrange it here from variables, if you notice that. 44, 11, 11, and 22. It is without 333, without value. This is one way. Okay, another way to do or to discover that is using analyze. While we will go to analyze in more depth, a little bit forward, here in analyze, we need to go to descriptive and we go to frequency. In frequency, for example, if we choose all the data here, we will to choose data. Let me return back because it seems that I am missing steps. We will go to analyze. Here I'm trying to clean the data first, so trying to discover if I enter anything not correct. I want you to see. We have many ways, many strategies. One of them is the if I have the meaning or a label for a variables when I am switching any variables without label will continue to be a number. This is the first strategy. The second strategy is going to descriptive statistic to frequencies and to choose all the data imported, all the items, and go to statistics. Here, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't want anything now. I will use just frequency. Here, we will notice that, for example, all the data here, civil, these are okay, nothing missing, nothing missing. Going here, we will discover that the same thing. Okay, here, notice, strongly disagree, it is a required data, it is correct. Disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree, all of these data is correct. What about 11? 11, it is not correct. 22, it is not correct. 44, also it is not correct. Okay. So here I discovered that I have in K1, I have three incorrect data. I need to know where. In K2, nothing not correct. In K3, there is missing data. We accept missing data. Sometimes some participants might refuse to, they don't want to answer that question or skip it without intention. Same thing, missing data. Here, for example, I have 133. Here I have here missing. Okay. Okay, I discovered that I have not correct and errors, like typo errors. Maybe it is. How I can arrange it? I can go, for example, I have. We discussed previously that here, for example, 11, 11, 20, 20, 44. That means that I can go to here. I will go out from output view and I will go directly to data view. I'll go to, for example, I can use find 22, for example, I can find it. This is one way. 11, I can find it. Very easy way. Find what is not correct and change it. 11, it seems it is 1 and it changed from 11, it is a typo. I cannot change it. But you need to be sure. It depends on data. Here I know that I usually this type of error happened with me always when I am entering data. But if we have data like more numbers, it is not 1 to 5. It is you need to return back maybe to your main source of data to be sure that the correction is correct. This is one of the things that we can use it for this. Another way here. We have something called data validation. Let me, in data validation, validate data. I will go to single variable rule, for example, and I'll see that. Okay, yeah, analyze variable, analysis variable. Here I will choose all of this. Okay. We need an identifier. Why do you think that we need an identifier, or what do we mean by identifier? Okay, now I have data, and some people depend on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But what about when we decide to remove some cases? Is it correct to remove it without having like a primary key or an identifier? Let's understand what we mean by identifier. Insert a variable, I will call it identifier. Here, identifier. I need to have for every part. It is good to have. I don't know. I am doing something not correct. ID. It's called. Okay. 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 Here, ID. For ID, it is a numeric. It is a scale. I will return back here. For every participant, I will put an identifier, the same as it happened. So this, the unique number will be for every participant here. Mhm. 20. 21. I'm thinking, especially for people in health, they need these things. For example, if there is a medical record or something, they will need kind of identifier to be sure that there are only one patient with the same ID. Here I make a kind of repetition, which is not correct, but just to show you this type of error. For example, here data, validation, and validate data, and scan data, yes, okay. And I will say that all the data, these are the data that I want to analyze. Okay. And this is the identifier, the only in the identifier I have. Okay, see, all the repeated cases appear. And if I have like 6 patients with duplicate numbers, it will be clear here. Okay, what else I can? I need to correct it, of course. Validation. What else I can do? I can go to single validation. See, for each item in the survey here, I can add a rule for identification. I can add a rule. Let us choose. I can define a rule that clarify if the data entered is correct or not correct. I will define a rule here. I'll say I will call it scale 1 to 5 rule. Rule. Okay, it is a numeric within a range. No, I say it is range. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and I'll say continue. And here I'll say for K1, it is this rule valid. For K2, this rule should be applied. For K3, this rule should be applied for K4, and so on. Okay. Now, if I am saying that for all of these cases that I want from 1 to 4, okay, and I will do it like that. Here, for identifier, it is there. For cases 110, identifier is not correct. Here also see, for K1, there are violations for the rule, 2 violations for the rule that I define it. This is also another way to discover errors in data. It is very important that your data is correct. Otherwise, SPSS will conduct analysis without thinking about what is it correct or not correct. It will just go to computation. Okay. Let's a little bit. Let's finalize this step. Okay. I don't want this. Let's go to Untitled. Okay. Now I discovered this is not correct. I will correct it. And this is not correct. Also, I will correct. Okay, I received data and I want to be sure about what is the most important thing about data when I'm receiving it. There's a reliability analysis, right? We need to have a reliability analysis for the data. Usually it is asked in survey. So in analyze, I will go to scale and choose reliability analysis. Okay, here if you notice that some statements have the same character. That means they are all belong to the same scale. So if I want to test the reliability analysis for the one scale, I will use it like that, and I will just see we have 3 items. The Cronbach alpha of those 3 items is above 0.864. So it seems that the scale here is reliable in a good way. Okay, I'll choose the other. Let's go again. I'll go again to conduct reliability analysis, especially from Bach Alpha. I'll go or any other. There are other things. Scale, reliability analysis. I want to see what are the items that should be reliable. I'll choose them here. I'll repeat the example again, but with another type. Let us take I, for example. I1. Okay. I choose I1. I'll press Control because you are not seeing me. Press I2, I3. It is enough. There are three, and okay. Also 0.7 still good. And here I'm going to scale. Okay, what about if I want all items? What I will do, I'll choose the first one. I'll go to the last one, and before pressing the last one, I'll press Shift and I'll choose all, and all of them will be. So what is happening here? It seems that I'm choosing wrong things. Okay. Here, if what I'm choosing is correct, this is very bad reliability. 0.14, so it might be not correct, or there are reverse data. Yeah. Maybe there are reverse data. Scale, reliability analysis. Yeah, there are things that shouldn't be there. Okay. See. Okay. This is for reliability analysis. Okay. If I am dealing with scale, sometimes I want to deal not with the items itself. I want to have a new items based on these items. Let me show you an example here. I'll leave this. No. I go to variable view. Here, notice. Here, knowledge. K1, K2, K3. This variable is created based on a key1, key2, key2, key3 data responses. Here it is a mean, so it is scale. How I can compute this variable and to create it by using SPSS? We have transform, and we have this function, compute variable. In compute variable, we can create and have a new variable. I will call it knowledge one. Knowledge one. Okay. Now this knowledge one, it is not there. It will be created, or I can choose one from the available here. Knowledge. No, I knowledge one. I'll say I will choose that knowledge here. I want knowledge one to be anything calculated based on the data here. Here I will choose mean. All. I'll choose all. Here I'll choose mean. Okay. For all the data that I want, K1, I'll choose it. K2. And here, if I want also K3, it will be there. And K3. Now, okay. Variable name contains an illegal character. Y, K1, K2, K3. We didn't like this. K mean. Okay. K mean. Okay. Here compute K mean, and if I return back, it close my to data view. I'll discover that I have a new variable called k mean. Because, for
Hello,
example, if I want, yeah,
there is a question.
yeah,
Somebody is
please.
asking what is the cutoff number for Cron path alpha to be considered reliable? 0.07.
See, it is, يعني, there are differences, but usually they say it is, if it is below like 0.4, it is very low. From 4 to 6, it is from 4 to 6, it is medium. Above 7, it is good. Of course, above 8, as much as it is more, it is yeah. Above 7, it is good. But this depends about, يعني, you know, even it is in correlation. In correlation, it is the same as correlation. Yeah.
Thank you so
Here
much.
yeah, here above 7, it is reliable. But also, يعني, I insist that it depends. It depends from different sciences, different fields. But yeah, generally above 7 is reliable. It's considered in a good state. Okay. Sometimes why we do this kind of computation, because we want to use data, sometimes the received data in different ways, not only use the, the raw data that we receive it. Sometimes we need to have some computation. For example, if I want to find the relation or correlation between the knowledge scales, everything in knowledge as a cumulative, not one item by one item, and for example the interest or the deployment, or the if people are knowledgeable about the information about something, and if and their deployment of that information. If I want to find a relation, I don't want to go and to find it for every items, or even if I do it, it will look a little bit weird. Sometimes I want to have uh, other kind of relation, other kind of computation. Okay. And for that we
Sorry
use
to disturb
transform.
you. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, sorry to disturb, but I want to say something like some participants are leaving. So I want to just tell everybody, please fill this Google form before leaving the workshop. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so here we have, for example, a new variables which is created from transform compute variables. Okay. Now let's go to another topic here. We want to talk about it, which is about graphs, using graphs. To use a graph, why it's coming here? Yeah, use a graph, I can go to graph, chart builder, I'll click OK, and here we will go to graph. If we have variables, yani a limited variables, it will be easy to have bar or by. Let us choose like this. For example, I'll choose pi. I drag it here. It's coming. Okay, I wanna see responses about key K1. I will drag it here, K1. I'll see how the responses are distributed. Okay, and then I'll press OK. In output view, I will receive this. This is for pi, for example. Okay. If I want to edit this one, I'll just press double click on it. I'll double click on it, and I'll start trying to edit it. Here, for example, I want to see the also count. Let me choose. See if I want to see the percentage, how many people, for example, strongly agree, 10%, how many people they are agree, 18 for 35%, and If I want to see the count, for example, I want to see more information, I'll go here. I'll choose also count, and it will be like that. And okay, if I want to have more editing options, I can go here and double click the image, and I can change, for example, colors, borders. Here it is blocked, but I can change borders. I can change size. I can all of the things. For example, here I can have shadows. I can apply for this. If I have 3D, I can do it like this. You can have a lot of options related to the shape that you have it. Other option for graphs, we have chat builders. We can sorry, graph builders. I can go and see, for example, bar. Let us drag this. I choose this one here, and let me choose another one like this, for example, and let's see what we have. Here we have, see, this is also not correct. It was not correct. Choose, this is what I mean when you are not cleaning your data. This is what will happen. Also here, this is the same thing. I can double click it. I can edit it. I can choose whatever I want to add here. Is as you say, information, variables, categories, line. Okay. Here the categories is there. Chart size. If you want to change the size, if you want to change the color, fill and border, you can change the color itself. It can become another things. Okay. A graph, chart builder. Okay. Here, for example, I have a profession. For a profession, for example, let's choose also histogram. No, histogram. All the professions are there. Also for the chart builder, you will notice that in many statistics here in analysis, you will find sometimes that you have the ability, for example, here in plots, for example, here, you will have the plots itself. You can add whatever plot it is connected to the text itself. Connected to the data, to the test itself, okay? Okay. Let's return to our data and let me see what shall we explain now. Here. We have covered optimizing the data until now, including variables. Okay, we prepare data and we talk about data validation. We show some basic charts. Okay, let's go now and make a basic statistic. Resume. We'll go again to basic statistic. Here we have frequency. We will go to analyze. Here we will return a lot to this menu. We will go to descriptive statistic. We will choose frequencies for as we choose them previously. For anything you want to know how many time it's repeated, you will choose frequency. Also, while you are choosing a frequency, you can use a statistic like a quartile. You can percentile, mean, median, mode. If you want standard deviation, minimum, variance, maximum, minimum, maximum, variance range, skewness, if you want to see the distribution, if you want to, and Cartesius, the skewness and Cartesius for testing or at least seeing the distribution. All of these stuff are available in frequencies. Also, I'll choose only mean, median, mode. Usually I'm using them, and also standard deviation is also important. Here also for chart, you can choose pie chart, bar chart, pie chart, histogram. If you want to show the normal curve on histogram, also it is available if you want it. Okay, continue. Let's 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 run the test and see what we will receive. Now the frequency variable is running. Now, in the output view, we will see that it is divided into two sections. Here, to help you to arrange your tested data. For example, if I don't want to see this, I don't want to see this, I don't want to see this, so I close it only. Now I'm in frequency. I want to open the data related to frequency here. Here everything, the profession, here another K1, K2, how many case, how many valid case. Here, how many missing case counted. In addition, I have mean, median, and mode. Okay. Also here, I have profession. I have the profession. Here the count K1. All of the data as I described previously. How many it is? Here we have frequency, percent, valid percent, cumulative percent. For frequency, it is how many participants choose for R4 strongly disagree. The percentage of it here without the missing here, the percentage here, if you count it with the missing here. Here the percentage, the valid without the missing. Here the cumulative percentage, that means that from SD to D to until you reach 100%. And here is the distribution of the responses. Of course, this it is not correct, but here you can notice the distribution of the responses, how many people as histograms. Okay. Let me show you something. Sometimes we don't want it. We want this data. It is good for us to be used in the thesis, but I don't want it to be like this. See, it is coming in a portrait or a landscape. I want to have it in the opposite side. So I double click it. No, it's here for editing, but let me close this. In viewer. See here, I right click it and I choose in a viewer here by voting tray. For by voting tray, I will do it like this. I take the variable here, I'll take the statistic here, and now the data is more friendly. Look more friendly. Here I can use it in the dissertation, in the previous or in the Word document. Okay. All data in the output here can be exported to Word. You right click or specific data. You have export, and you can here choose Word. You choose here, you browse. I'll call it like data test, data exported test. I'll put it in SPSS2 and it is Word FTF. Okay, save. Okay. Now I export the data in Word. Can choose here. File. Open. And also I choose browse. Desktop. Data exported test. Here, the data that I have chosen, it is sent, as you see. Okay, I can also export all the data, not only the chosen one. Export everything. Export all the data to all the files. See, it takes longer. File, open. So everything in the output file, it is exported here to the Word, as you see. Okay. So this is also covered here. I have another way. I can just do it like that. One of the way for importing data to Excel to SPSS also is to copy and paste, by the way. If you arrange your data in a good way and you want to copy them and paste them in the SPSS, this also it is there. I just remember it now. Here it is not. It doesn't work. You need to export it somewhere. Okay. This is for exporting and importing data. Here we finish frequency. Okay. And mean. And if you notice here we have mean, median, mode, and the standard deviation. It's all there. Another way is to go to descriptive statistic. In descriptive statistic, also you can have same things. For example, this options, and here you have mean, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, variance range, whatever you want to have. Okay. Here we have explore. Explore is very important for many of the tests. Statistically, there are requirements before conducting a test. One of these requirements, when you have a very low number of participants, for example, it is normality. You want to test for if you want to test the normality, if you want to test the homogeneous, let us statistic. This is the dependent, for example. Let's choose. Let's see that I want to see that no proficiency is the factor. Here descriptive. This is kind. If you want to see some estimators, percentile, this is important. Plots here, normality plots, stem, histogram is important for normality, and options. Here, if you want to exclude the missing value, you need to choose it. Here it is not. Okay. Yeah, normality plus plot with test here. You can see the normality. Okay. Continue. Okay. No total. Okay, missing list one. Okay, analyze. Let us try to analyze.
Dr. Shireen,
Yes.
I have a small comment. To be honest, mashallah, يعني, thank you again for this workshop. And this
Yes.
is like the basic thing we need to know for SPSS. And as you said earlier, the SPSS has so many things that we can do with it. So
Yes.
I don't know if it is possible, like if you can make a series of these workshops. Like for example, this one is like the starting, and then we can go with more techniques and more things, يعني, if
Yeah,
possible, يعني, in
this
the
is what comes to my mind when they requested the test. See, it takes a long time. Let me show you something. When, yani, for example, if you want to talk about t-test, if we want to talk about Anova, it cannot be like one session to cover everything. But what I will do, I will show you everywhere, at least where you can find functions, and I will do other that I will show you help things from where you can get more information about how you can use the function. I mean, for example, here I'm talking about the script explore. You know now, if you want to test for normality, you will go to explore. You will choose this. You will choose. I mean,
yes, yes,
plots, and you will pick normality plots with test, for example. For the script here, for example, we have the result of normality. It's clear here. For example, for knowledge, it is not. It looks that for every for some factors it is normal because it is above 0.05. For other factor, it is not normal because it's violating the H naught hypothesis, for example, here. And it is the same. Of course, here it is here the histogram will show us this. And I think also we cannot have like an SPSS things like 2 hours continuous. It needs like type of we need rest or something. We need also to see to I need also comes to my mind. I need participant to share what they are doing with me if there is time. But because there is no time, so I am trying to pass through things very fast. So for Explore, as I say, we can use Explore for normality tests and for normality test and histogram. For in addition, of course, to graph. For let's go there again to crosstab. Cross-tabulation is very important for those who like to use chi-square, for those who like to see things. Let me give you example about chi-square to make it easier, not by using this data, because I decided to make it like this, open data. Let me use this one for chi-square. Here, for example, in chi-square, you know that chi-square it is used to compare data based on the frequency. And sometimes, if I have the data, I will choose the data itself. But here, I have the data with the frequency of happening. So I will go to analyze, go to descriptive cross-tabulation, and let me see that. Yeah, first, of course, I need to use in frequency. I need to say that every frequency is weighted in this. It means that it is weighted. So I will use this one and go to data, and I say weight cases. I will say that the case that I will use it for a weight is a frequency. So that means that now I label it as weighted that data. So every time, that means that this case happened 25 times. What I mean by this case, let me return to data view. The case that the gender is lady, for example, and or man, for example, I don't want to specify it, or and the bad driving behavior, let us say it is having, or good driver, yeah, let's say whatever gender it is with bad driving behavior, 25 response that they have it, 75 here with good driving behavior response that they have. The other gender, without specifying which type of gender, is having this for 10 times, and for this 19. So when I weight this, that means these two, the case happened 25, this case happened 75, this scenario happened 10%, and this scenario happened 90%. If I want to say that if there is a difference using chi-square, based on this, I'll say this gender here, that coming here, and let us go here, not here, sorry, statistics, and here I will choose chi-square to know because they are both like nominal. I'll choose this phi and Kramer's. Yeah, before doing this, for example, I have here many tests. Maybe me and you, many of you, and many people, we don't know about every test. We use them when we need to use them, right? So there is icon here called help. Do not choose anything and press help. It will take you, let me try, inshallah it will take me, it will not take time. It will take you to a website that you need to be connected. It will tell you about everything about that test. I hope it, yeah, it's coming, alhamdulillah. But let me, yeah, it is here. I have it before, but let me show it, show it to you. Yeah. See here, cross-tabulation statistics. Here, it's coming. Yeah. For example, here chi-square, correlation, nominal. It will show you everything related to the gamma, candle, all the tests that are available in the window. So just you press help and you will find more information about the test. And of course, if you go to YouTube, if you go to here, see, there are here, oh my God, I want to, yeah, here, cross-tabulation statistics, cell display, table format, everything about cross-tabulation, you will find it here, just by pressing help, okay? Let's return back here and choose chi-square. Of course, if you want to see correlation, also you can find it here, but here the most important thing, because it is like nominal to nominal, here nominal by interval, for example, if it is the two variable not nominal, one of them nominal and the other one is interval, you can choose it. Okay, here continue, and of course we will okay, let's see what will happen, and let's close this very big data that we don't need it. Okay, yeah, here for example, this is the result. I missed something. Let me do it again, just miss anything before cross-tabulation, and here statistic, chi-square, okay, cell. Yeah, I need to choose expected because I want it to be compared to the expected, not to the observed, to the expected. The expected that people, the expected count that the gender 1 and 2 without specific, they should be the same, right? So based on the expected here, there are differences between the two gender, and it's clear by the significance. It is lower than 0.05, 0.05. It is very lower than that. And of course, the data show that there are the difference between those two nominal data. This is for the chi-square, and it's very fast, just to show you from where you can get chi-square. Okay. PP plot and QQ plot, I will not pass through them. It is about also showing different type of distribution. It is not only normal distribution. There are many types of distribution that we can see it. Okay. One of the things that many people like to know about it is t-test, about different type of t-test, from where we can conduct t-test. I will show you, for example, t-test usually conducted with when we have independent, when we have two groups that are parameter. يعني if we want to conduct a parametric test, not a non-parametric test, and let us go and see it. When data is very big, يعني when we have like a lot of participants, it doesn't matter sometimes to have it normally distributed or not normally distributed, but usually when the data is small, we need to see that. Okay, I will choose here to, let us see. Yeah, here we have two type. Let me see how many professions that we have. Yeah, here we have. I will return to the data and I'll see. Here I have like 50, I have 15 profession, so it will be difficult to have it like in here I have, yeah. So if I have 15 profession and I want to conduct analysis for them, it will be difficult. So it might be, I might be go to find another data with gender. If we have gender data, it will be easier for me to have it. Evaluation, for example. Yeah. Yeah, here, for example, if I want to compare, for example, question two, not good. Let me see what is that. Yeah, question 2, question 3. Let us see if there is differences in analysis. If I am going to compare one independent sample t-test, I'll choose this. What is, I need to have something like grouping variables. I need to see to, I return back to the variables and see here what are the variables, 1, 0, and 1. So I have two variables, so I can conduct t-test now. Analyze, descriptive, sorry, compare means, I'll go to independent variable t-test, I'll go here. The grouping variables, or what are the independent, it is the, here I will choose 1 and 2, continue, and here it was 1 and 2 or 0, wait a minute. Let me choose like
zero for female.
0, sorry, I remember 0 and 1, continue. Let's choose something here. Okay, and to see. Here, as we notice that there is no differences. If you want to go here, when we conduct t-test between female and male, directly we got like the mean is 3.5, standard deviation 1.1, and here it is especially exactly look the same. We will go, this is the homogeneity test, Levin test for homogeneity. If I have this below 0.04, I say that equal variance not assumed, and we'll go read the below this the second row. But if I have it if I have it above 0.05, so I will choose this, and I'll say that there is no significant variance. Okay, let us go back to the and I give you another example of a parametric test to compare differences in the compare exams, chi-square, let us choose this one. It is already in use. Let's choose this here, Untitled 2. It seems that this will be the last example. I'll try to give it today because I feel that dependent variable here, knowledge, interest, deployment, for example, these. And let's go to profession, for example, and I'll choose it like this. Where is the data? One-way ANOVA. As you notice here, when I conducted one-way ANOVA, there is no differences, as it's clear. But if there is differences, there are some differences between groups or within a group, I need to go to analyze and compare means, and I will choose one-way ANOVA from here. And in post hoc analysis, I need to choose one of these tests, because it will show me exactly between what two groups there are differences. To know more about them, again, you can go to help and choose. Now it seems that time is running very fast, and I don't know if we still have time to continue with what we plan to continue, but let me see. We cover reliability, conduct inferential likelihood test at Anova. Okay. What if I need kind of correlation? Let's try to make kind of correlation before moving to other things. If I want to have correlation, I'll choose bivariate. For example, I want to correlate between the knowledge, as I said previously, and to what extent people are deploying what they know. Here, not really. Okay. And I'll choose, person, Kendall, Spearman. It depends about two. Here I have two interval data, so I can choose person. I'll choose person. Okay, let's see what extent there is. Here it shows that there is correlation. Yeah, it is not really strong, 0.4. Yeah, it is. We can say there is a medium correlation, and it is also significant because it is low, below 0.05. If I want to conduct multiple correlation, I'll go same things, correlate bivariate, and choose. For example, I want to see knowledge. I want to see all of these with each other at the same time. I can also do it with the same things. Here you'll notice that it is significant. It seems that there is a significant correlation. Deployment with interest is very high. See, the deployment with is interest show very. If we have interest, the deployment will be more correlated than, and it is positive, as you notice here. Readiness with deployment also it is high. So here also the correlation is done by using person, of course, person. If it is we can use Spearman. We can. It depends about the data itself. Hira, what do you think? Shall we continue, or shall we ask them to have if they have any questions, if specific questions to be asked?
I think better to ask them if they have any question. And
Because
there is
time
a request from one girl. She's saying that if you will have a time, please write the step of for them, because some people are saying that they are like they miss some steps, so they are kind of lost. So if you will write, so it will be easy for them to how to conduct the t-test and go analyze and descriptive. Blah, blah,
No,
blah.
let me return back to that, because this is very important. I will try to cover let us because I did them very fast. I'll go to for example I'll say the menu and the submenu and what they can find in it, so it will be easy to them. I'll try to say it slowly now.
Okay.
Okay.
And also,
For the most
if
important,
somebody also keep some time for the question answer session so that they can ask.
I'll try to do this within 3 minutes. The most important thing I think most people like to know about it is parametric and non-parametric test. Usually
Okay,
people
sure.
are using parametric test. For parametric test, the most famous one is here. We will go to analyze, go to compare means, and we will the most famous one is independent sample t-test. When we have a gender, like two type of gender, when we have anything that we have two, the factor is two, not more. Yani male, female, like let us say above this age, below this age, we can compare between those independent groups by using independent sample t-test. Compare means independent sample t-test, and you need to what you want to test. You put it here. For example, you want to test the knowledge, and you want to find the differences between the grouping variables if they are female or male. You want to go and find if 0 or 1, and how you enter it. The grouping variable is 0 or female, male, or something. This is one thing. There are other example of other function for t-test. For example, I don't want to say more information now to not let people. Okay, there are other type of t-test, like one sample t-test when you want to compare your sample with the population. For example, here, if I am measuring the height of people, and I measure the height of people for 100 person, and let us say in the UAE the average of height of people is 170 centimeter. And I want to compare my sample with the whole population. I will put like 170 here, and I will conduct the test. This is the one sample t-test example. This is one example. There are also other type of t-test, like if I have one group but in two different situations, like I am if I am having paired a pre-test, post-test, but I know exactly who do the pre and post. This is one other sample here. Here you will choose the variable and you do it again for the pre and post. Or if you have measuring something in two situations, test, survey, anything. This is for t-test. For, I hope I'm not fast. For Anova, one way Anova, it is if I not always I am having two groups. I am sometimes we have like 5 category of age, and I want to compare if there is differences between them. Like here for profession, we have many. I choose whatever what I want to compare, and also I choose post hoc analysis to show me exactly. But I prefer always to conduct ANOVA without post hoc analysis, so I will not have a lot of a lot of data. When I have differences, significant differences, I'll go and choose one of these things based on help. It will help you. Usually we use Taki or Tenforoni. Okay, this is for ANOVA. One of the most important things that I didn't explain, and I don't think that I'll have time to, this is the non-parametric test. Of course, here you will have chi-square, two independent sample, k independent sample t-test. It is if your data is not normal distribution, there is a problem in the data, so it is you consider it as a non-parametric data. So you will use the non-parametric or non-parametric. You will use a non-parametric test. Very famous for two is Man Whitney. I use it always instead of t-test. For the analyze non-parametric test, also legacy dialog, there is k independent sample. There is a cross calculus. I also use it instead of ANOVA when I have when it is my data is non-parametric. As I say, I don't know what statisticians have a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts, and there are a lot of research, but many research showed that when I have enough participants, t-test and ANOVA are robust against normality. So even if the data is not normal, you will get good data with t-test and ANOVA. Only when you have like few participants, 30 and below, you need to go to non-parametric test, because normality might affect the result that you get. No time, still 8 minutes. I hope that you get some new information. This is kind of introductory for SPSS, for more information. I think for each, even there are, let us, I don't want also, there are, you know, I think kind of one of the promise that we need to talk about is the factor, no, reduction. Yeah, dimension reduction, you know, factor analysis. If I don't know the factor that I want to collect data under some factors, I can go to factor analysis, but this is also need more time to be explained. Shall we, if any questions there, please ask me. And sorry if there is any kind of inconvenience, because really it is totally different to explain not face to face and not in a lab. Please. Okay. Okay, I'll choose the video now. So for anybody who wants to ask anything, I'll be so happy to answer the question. Haira, any question?
Not now, I think. Is
Maybe people leave. Yeah, no, still.
okay, guys, do you have any question? Please ask. Unmute yourself and you can ask freely.
Or shall I go to chat to see if there is a question?
Ali is saying it's clear. Yeah, I think people are giving positive response. I don't think so they have any question. Okay, everyone, please, before leaving, fill this form. I am sharing the link.
Here, just for, if we want to conduct, if people ask for other SPSS, really, I think that it is better to have like only one test or two type of tests to be, you know, even we can cover some statistical related information for the test when the test is used. You know, I think people also need some of the you know, some of the.
So you mean you want another session for SPSS?
No, I'm not saying that. If I know as a student, as a PhD student, not all of us have a statistical background sometimes about what we need to use. Yani, I am now telling them that you can use Anova, you can use t-test. I am talking about technical things, but really to explain, for example, a good example about t-test and when it is used, or 2 or 3 examples about different type of t-test, it might need the 2 hours. If I'm going, what are the tests that I need to conduct it before conducting 2 tests? What are the preparation before conducting Anova? What are the type of question that is used? You know, if it is like connecting